can I go through one thing? Why don't you sons of bitches ever hire me?
I didn't hire you, Patty did, and I'm stuck with
Oh, I'm not talking about you, you four-eyed dick. I'm talking about the rest of it.
Look, Patty included in the agreement. I don't have a choice. I'm stuck with you.
Brandon inherited you.
Yeah, second, I have stories about Jeffrey Combs, Todd Farmer, Mick Straw. I have stories about all of them. Oh God, I can't tell that one live. I'll never get my job back. Ask me later when one of you isn't recording, and I will tell you about the Jeffrey Combs. That meant the world to me. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and do a panel because you are not. I'm here for you. You're not here for me.
You are indeed the greatest athlete.
Why is James? You're James. You're James. Can we go through here and introduce ourselves first? I'm so sorry I didn't get everybody's name. So let's start here and move our way down.
I'm Richard Yule from. I am Richard Yule from FrankenCon, co-founder along with
Corey Keelan, also from FrankenCon, and we haven't hired you because we can't afford you.
I work really cheap. Ask Mick Strawn.
I'm Matt Grisham from that Horrocon, and well, I guess there we go. See that? No one yelled for you.
I'm sorry, go Frankfurt.
It's too late.
You're all right. You're all right.
Brad with CreepyCon.
Brad, come on, tell your last name, Brad.
Oh, Brad Drake.
Brad Drake. I didn't hear.
He doesn't want anyone to add him on Facebook afterwards.
Deanna Wolbeck from CreepyCon. Good luck remembering either of my names.
Deanna, that's really easy.
Oh no, we're on your.
Jennifer Johnson with CreepyCon.
Yeah, take that down there, buddy. Let's put these up. Obviously, the promoter can't afford the microphones.
They cost money.
Hey, did you blow it all on me?
Yeah, and I'm Brandon Gray with Fandom Fest, so if you have any problems this weekend, you're going to have to take that up with the owner of Scarefest, whoever that may be.
And behind me is James Thomas, like I said, my friend. And move up, James. You're part of the show. So I'm kind of curious. When Brandon pitched this to me, I didn't know about any of this. I'm so sorry. And I didn't mean to get off the cliff. So I appreciate it. I'm kind of curious. So I got shit, like I said, 2 or 3 times. And I don't want to concentrate on the negative, but I'd like to know something funny. And each one of you will have a really funny story about a complaint or something is wrong. Because being a promoter is the biggest pain in the neck job. And none of you are getting rich. Well, except for Brandon and Jerry Greer. Nobody, really Jerry Greer.
Yes, Fandom Fest has been very successful.
Do you own Creation too?
Just Fandom Fest.
Well, none of you are getting rich. Why? What's the biggest pain in your ass story as far as something funny, and then why do you do it? We'll start with you and move our way down.
Well, we have a really funny one. It was the first year. FrankenCon's going into its 5th year next year, and the first year we kept getting emails from this person saying that they couldn't find tickets to the Tennessee FrankenCon. They could only find tickets to the Georgia FrankenCon.
Is there a Georgia FrankenCon?
Well, so we're like very young in our con life, and we're like, oh crap, did we like steal somebody's name and didn't even know it? And so we're, for days we're just like freaking out about it. We're looking, we can't find anything in Georgia that has FrankenCon or anything. And then come to find out, like a week and a half later, she goes, oh, never mind, I was looking at the general admission tickets. That's what we go through. When is the follow-up schedule being posted for FrankenCon?
When's the photo op schedule? Yeah, that's another one. Can you give me some of the Robert England tickets? Is your same story?
Oh, okay. So year 2, we had a guest show up. We were super excited about her, and she gets to the year 2 was full of good and bad, but she was an awesome guest. Still is, great human being. But she showed up to the venue with a cat. And the state of Tennessee does not recognize cats as any sort of emotional support
or as an actual pet.
Right. And so the hotel, we're in a hotel. It's a smaller show. And the hotel's like $250 a night. I'm like, okay, that sucks. So I came up with a plan, and when we told them it was a guest, they said, okay, well, we called corporate. And corporate said, we can knock it down. They called Mr. Hilton, and Paris Hilton said, knock down 50% of the rate. And I said, well, how about we pay one night, you pay one night, and the sponsor who actually brought her in paid the third. And then it was agreeable at that point, but after that we started writing in the contract, if you bring an animal and it requires any extra fees, FrankenCon is not responsible for that. So it's a learning experience.
And you're not going to tell us who the celebrity is? Or
Actually, she said it, so.
She did say it. It's a Honey the Mail Girl from the Monster Vision, the old Joe Bob show.
Oh.
Monster Vision, okay.
She's great.
Yeah.
Just you hate cats. I have two as well.
So we didn't start out as that Horrocon. We started out as Evansville Horrocon, and we now have a couple different locations. But we only get called that Horrocon because 2 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, I don't know anymore. A guest died at the convention during the show.
Did you have Annabelle?
No, yeah, we should have. But so on Saturday he passed away, and we couldn't tell anybody because we couldn't get a hold of. We didn't know how to get a hold of anybody.
We all heard about it.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. And so we couldn't get a hold of anyone, so everyone's bitching at us all weekend long. Oh, you didn't book him, you didn't have him, you didn't do this. So his banner's still hanging up, and we're sitting there going, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, great. And we're just taking all the heat. And then on Saturday night, his agent came up to me and goes, okay, you can release the information now.
What?
Now again, we didn't know this guy, so I had to be the one that went online and post about the guy passing away. So I made a video and all this stuff, and I had to share it online, and I felt bad. I did feel bad, but I had to show that I felt bad in the video. And then the next morning, TMZ's calling us, and I'm like, no. So then, when we talk to agents now, they're like, oh, you're that Horrocon. You're the one that happened at. So it just kind of sprung. Yeah, it stuck. So yeah, we killed that guy. So
Well,
no, we did not kill that guy.
it's recording.
We stand by the fact we did not kill anybody.
If it makes you feel better, I will not mention the promoter's name here. Ask me later. Killed two different people because they died right after signing the contract 2 different times. Ooh, think about that for a
That
second.
could be worse.
Now, why didn't you weekend at Bernie that shit?
But that's what I said too. I said we could have put an animatronic in his hand and made it work. It was
Right.
awesome.
And I have never figured out why one of you weirdos hasn't set up like one of those auto pins and had like a Ouija board and said, no, we're going to get Vincent Price's autograph right for you now, bitch. $200. Come on down.
You know how many people want to stay in his hotel room now, though, that happened it?
Yeah.
We're thinking about doing a ghost hunt there next year. If anyone's interested, we can sign up early for that.
Yeah. Profiteering off the
Let's do
dead,
it.
we're not above it. No, we're not.
Let's totally do it.
We had David Howard Thornton a few years ago, 2 years ago, and
That should be working, is it not on?
is it on?
Oh, turn it on.
Hello?
Yeah.
There you go.
We had David Howard Thornton a few years ago, and after we had started promoting him, somebody messaged us on Facebook pretty early on and was like, hey, David Howard Thornton says that I know him. First of all, everybody knows him, but I know him. He wants to see my monkey. Can I bring my monkey to see David Howard Thornton? And I'm like, I mean, the venue's not gonna like that, but I guess if I don't see you walk in, if I see you walk in with a monkey, I'm gonna tell you to leave with it, like, cause you can't do that. But if I don't see you walk in with a monkey, then it turned out David Howard Thornton did actually know the guy, and he did want to see his monkey, which was, and then later the guy, but as he was leaving, he invited us to, a couple of us were at our merch booth, and he invited us to his trailer at a flea market so that we could see more monkeys and what was it? It was otters, monkeys and otters. And so
knock on the RV
Yeah.
door.
knock on the RV door so you guys can come in and see more monkeys and otters.
That's not sketch at all.
We didn't go. We forgot, honestly. I really wanted to go.
Yeah, they've got the meat. Otterby. Is that the answer for all 3 of you down there?
Okay, well, for me, yes, because that's completely
completely
That's a great
hilarious.
plan.
and I
It's
have
hilarious. Okay.
Most of my anecdotes.
Let's go with
like,
this.
can't
Let's go with this,
share
boss. What's
in
yours?
much detail.
I'm gonna go with my maiden voyage on the SS Scarefest, the first year that I did this. And granted, I had no idea about event promotion, no idea. And we had Robert England my first year. There's no idiot's guide to how to run a horror convention. Okay, anybody's interested. It doesn't exist. Oh. Nobody gave me it. So first year into this, we booked Robert England. We have Robert England. We have another actress. I'm just gonna call. Let's just call her Buffy Swanson. And so
Oddly enough, she was really nice to me.
yeah. So I'm very tired at this point. And it's Sunday, and one of the biggest problems with running a convention is just simply logistics, like getting people where they need to be. And there's nothing worse than when people have to fly out at like 3, 4, 5 a.m. So Buffy Swanson and Robert England were on the same flight.
You're doing a terrible job of covering up who this is.
Yeah.
I love it.
So Buffy Swanson wants to get to the airport. Robert's not. Nobody's answering the phone from Robert. They're just finally somebody answers. They're just like, "We'll be there. We'll get there." So Buffy Swanson is talking to me, and she's very adamant about getting to the airport. And I'm just saying, I'm working on it. I'm going to go call him again right now. So I turn around. About a minute or two later, I just hear squeals. Buffy Swanson took the van that was waiting for both of them to the airport at CBG, leaving Robert with no ride. And so, no alternative. I called an Uber, and again, I didn't have the idiot's guide to the con. So, this Uber driver pulls up at like 5 a.m., rusted out Toyota Sienna. That, I mean, I had no business being on the road, in my opinion. And like Uber XL, it wasn't really that. And so, it's 6 a.m. in the morning, and I'm putting Robert England, who, in my first year of running an event, into a rusted out minivan, and sending him an hour away in this. And this Uber driver was hilarious. He had no idea what was going on, and when he pulled up, I was like, okay, I need you to get Freddy Krueger to the airport. This is very serious. And he was like, are you shitting me? I was like, no, he's out. And so him and his two agents are huddled in this van because all their luggage is around. I'm surprised I had a job the next year.
So, really, can I talk shit about Mick Strawn? Does anybody know who Mick Strawn is? I know
Yeah,
he's
of
been,
course.
and he's a dear friend, and he's probably one of our favorite guests on Bonehead Weekly. And we text a lot, and God bless him, he's getting better. But that son of a bitch, the first time I met him was the same year, and we had that big panel. Do you remember this, Brandon? And everybody's agent was outside fighting about who was going to go on for the Nightmare on Elm Street panel. Do you remember this? That was the first year you owned it.
Yeah.
I was outside, and I had to do shtick for 35 minutes.
Yeah. And
That's a lot.
Stick was like 6 foot tall, like guy from like.
You're joking. There's two stories to this. The first story is I walk out and Robert starts talking to me, and I am just, if you all want to know, there's two reasons why I have this job. One, I'm a really big film geek. Two, there's something fucking broken up here, right? And I get that. I completely understand. So Robert and I are having a conversation, and he's telling me a story about Quentin Tarantino and Kill Bill. And all of a sudden, this bearded, long-haired old bastard who I've never met before goes, hey, Robert, and drags his ass off. I didn't know that 24 hours later we were going to be drinking together, hanging out, having a good time. And it was Mick Strawn. Second part of that story. I am doing all this stuff up front, trying to do shtick in the back. And remember, I'm 100 pounds heavier at the time. And I'm running out of stuff. I was like, does anybody have any questions? Does anybody know what a cub is and a bear is? Yeah, the little dude, different kind of cub, different kind of bear. Thank you for that comic timing. A cub in the back goes, tell me about your perfect first date. To a bear. I'm not a bear, but he was thinking I was a bear. I just dragged his ass on stage and we did another 5 minutes. Cut two. That's not the funny part of the story. I Took an hour and a half. I need to pee so bad. I finally make it to the bathroom. This guy, and at the time I was 350 pounds, way bigger than me, waddles up to right here in my face as I'm at the urinal going, "Can you get me that guy's number?"
The first time I saw Mick, like he was on the loading dock, and I thought a transient had wandered in. I was like, "Hey, there's a homeless dude with a chihuahua on my loading dock."
Oh, hey, I have another story about Mick. He showed up at my house with 2 foot of snow outside. He goes, "Are you home?" I said, "Yeah, I'm home." "You're in Lexington, right?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm on my way back from Virginia. I'm stopping by." He hung out in my basement for 2 hours. He left the damn dog out in the car. And while he left the damn dog out in the car, Toby, if you ever know Mick, he's Toby. I was like, "So you got a service, did you get a service thing?" He goes, "You're a dumbass motherfucker, Joe Lewis. I just bought that off of eBay. I don't need a service dog." But ain't nobody gonna stop a 60-year-old man with a dog that says service. I'm gonna take Toby everywhere. Sorry. Please.
My funny part.
I'm loud.
Speaking of Mick Strong, we'll just make this a Mick Strong panel. I think for year 3
We all have
had him back.
stories.
We had him back year 3, and we make banners for all the guests, and so we just thought it'd be hilarious, mainly me because I make the banners. But I put Toby in big letters on the banner, and then in tiny letters I put "with Mick Strong," and I put Toby, the big picture with Mick Strong down.
That is,
I wish I had his we should have videotaped it because he walked in. Oh, I need to get it because he walked in and he horse laughed. Because I mean, if you know Mick, he's a great joker and a great guy.
Yeah, that was FrankenCon's headliner that year, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, shots fired.
If I would ever do this, it's just to give Richard shit.
Shots fired. One loaded? You are part of this co. Are you here? Are you here?
Someday.
All right, go.
No, the question would be though, I mean, obviously you all do this for the love of the game. So the question that we often ask people when they're on our show is, what, as Joe said, what's the bug that bit you?
What is the bug
got you
that bit
into doing conventions and doing horror conventions and fantasy science fiction? What is it that got you into this moment?
Drugs.
That is,
We're all sadists.
Okay, so I'll keep my story like as brief as possible.
No, we want to be entertained, right?
Yes.
Once again, we are here
Dance.
for
We're gonna be entertained.
you.
Okay, so Richard and I met through podcasting. Go figure.
Not on Grindr?
No.
Oh my God, it's a joke.
So we met through podcasting.
Yeah.
And then one day, Richard and Matt, our other friend who's not here, he's gearing up to get married in
Yeah, like Halloween.
on Halloween. So that's awesome.
Let's talk about it.
No, I don't think you could. They're like, "Hey, wouldn't it be cool if we did this thing at the Bird in the Book, which is a local bar, and bring in Felissa Rose?" I'm like, "Okay." And so they'd already done this behind the scenes IMDb Pro or whatever, and emailed and figured out how much it would cost and all this stuff. And so I'm in bed and I'm reading it, and I'm like, "Well, that sounds kind of cool." And I talked to my wife, and she goes, "Hell yeah," which was shocking. I was like, "Okay." She just went along with it. And so we did this one night. We called it an evening with Felissa Rose. We had T-shirts made. We went all out for this like 2-3 hour event, and it sold out. It did really well, and it gave us this really weird false sense of confidence.
This was also like COVID had just
Let's just get you over here.
COVID had just ended basically, so people were like starved for
Bye.
any kind of like live entertainment, honestly. So yeah, that's where the false sense of hope came from, and we thought, oh, well, we can do this, and here we are.
It went great, and it turned into FrankenCon, and we've had fun and no money ever since.
I'm telling you, my rates are cheap. Keep going.
So we didn't start with horror cons. We started with a pop culture convention. And to be completely honest, we had never been to one before. My wife and I were sitting watching an episode of Big Bang Theory, and they had went to Comic-Con. And we're like, that looks kind of cool. But our normal job, we traveled so much, we never could like find time to do one. And in our brilliant minds, we're like, if we started one, we would have to be there. I'm like, let's give it a shot. And so we booked the first time, and it was the year right before COVID started. So it got pushed back 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just kept getting pushed back. And we finally moved it out of like city limits because city you couldn't do anything in, but county they didn't care. So we're like, let's go.
Let's go that way.
And yeah, we were like in the middle, like right as COVID was ending, like we went ahead and did it anyways. And we did that for a couple years, and then we went, hey, you know, horror sounds more fun. Let's do that. And we just kept going and going,
And then you killed a guy.
and then we killed a guy, and then we were like, hey, that seems like a good idea. Let's do more of that.
And then you got his ass, rolled him right out to
We
the
did,
table.
we did, and just kept slapping the table.
Yeah.
Now we have like an age limit of the people we pick, so we're like, oh, that person seems a little too old, or yeah.
We're never gonna get to meet John Hamm.
Never gonna get to meet
No,
John.
no, he's not coming. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a whole list of people.
Please.
We've Deanna and I have been together for 13 years, a long time, or something like that. And I'm really young.
She does not look happy about this.
She's
Right?
not.
I
I'm
also
sorry.
have to count on it's
Yes.
fine, I don't know.
We actually, I mean, we've been doing little events all the time. We've always loved to host and whatever, but
We used to do car shows.
Yeah, we started out actually doing car shows because I run this Facebook group that has like 50,000 members, and anyway, we used to do car shows, and then we met Jennifer through. We also did haunted house things. You know, we've worked haunted houses forever, and we met Jennifer through the haunted house, and
He's really underselling every moment of this.
Lean into the microphone if you don't mind.
We did car shows that were pretty successful yet small. We love giving things away. We love entertaining people. We worked at haunted houses, as in we built them, we costumed them, we managed them, we ran them top to bottom.
okay, fine. We did a lot of stuff.
Let's be honest.
And then, so we had gone, being in the haunted attraction industry, we had gone to Trans World in St. Louis. And I thought, man, this is so cool, but it's a trade show. We needed something for fans of Halloween and horror. And I had run some events prior to, and then we teamed up together and launched CreepyCon, and that was for the fans. And there was not anything like that in Knoxville at the time. Now there are several around us, and we love them dearly.
And we also haven't made any money since.
Yes, yes.
Are you
Don't go
saying you're
into it
not
for the
getting
money.
rich doing this?
Oh no.
We
I
love it
swear-
that we do.
And not before Brandon answers this, I really think that's one of the biggest that people don't understand. You have to be passionate about it. You have to be passionate about this. You're not getting rich.
A lot of people don't know this about me. My grandfather was an oil baron, so I just had a lot of money.
Right.
I was
Hey,
poor.
will you put that penis closer to your mouth, please?
You say it like that. So yeah, I mean, I just had a lot of money to burn, and I was like, you know, I'm bored. Why not? No, honestly, like, I just walked into it like haphazardly. Like the folks that owned the show previously, like, were getting out of it, and no one was really sure where it was going to land. I was actually a security volunteer. I run a social work company all year round. I just do this as my own show. And we were just in the right place at the right time, and I was like, okay, I love horror movies, let's give it a shot. So we ended up taking it on, and like, I don't know if you guys will say the same thing, but like for the first 5 years, it was a living nightmare. And like, it's not easy doing this. Like, it is not at all. Like, you do it as a passion, or you don't do it. I mean, it has taken 401ks, it's taken birthday trips, it's taken vacations. It takes a long time to build something up like this. And if you don't love what you do, and you don't love seeing the look on people's faces when you do it, there's not a whole lot of reward after that. Because even at this show, and people will always think this, like the size of it, that, you know, I'm Scrooge McDuck and go home and swim gold coins. That is definitely not the case. And it is a responsibility. I talk about this, like, this is going to turn into a support group, because I'm in the middle of this.
Should we put the chairs in a circle?
I do not all about it.
My phone.
You start in on it, and it is like, you think, you know, it's a business, it's gonna be fun, like all these things, like, let's do it. And then you start to peel the onion layers back on it, and you realize it's not about just making people happy, it's also about people's livelihood. You've got vendors, you've got all these folks, you've got shitty panel moderators. And, all these people.
Dude.
I love you, Jim. But yeah,
I'll take
like,
that one for you. I'll take that one.
I just stumbled into it, no idea what I was doing, and I grew up on a farm in Eastern Kentucky watching horror movies forever, because I had a satellite dish that you could live under. And so I've seen every horror movie that ever existed, and I love it. And I would never do a Comic-Con, I would only do Horror-Cons, because Horror-Cons, the folks that attend those are a different breed. And
That's true.
Yeah, it is. And
It is.
for some odd reason, they like Joe, I don't know why.
Well, I'll tell you, I think Max Brooks said it best. Max Brooks, do you guys know who Mel Brooks is?
Yeah.
Because if you don't know who Mel Brooks is, we can't be friends. But Mel Brooks is, Max Brooks is his son, and he wrote, The Survivor's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse and World War Z. And he actually has a famous quote that people date comedy, but they marry horror. And I do several conventions, and I know that I'm a very fortunate guy, even though these other people won't hire me. And I know I'm going to keep going back to them, sorry. All of you have had emails from me. But as much as I love doing this, and I know I'm a lucky duck, I will say, Comic-Cons, there's nothing quite like the craziness of horror and the horror community that brings everybody together. And if you don't mind, can I tell you, do you all want to know a quick story about me meeting Brandon Griffith?
Yes.
So, I don't know how much of this he remembers or how much he knows, but Brandon and I were at Morehead State University at the same time.
Yeah, it's a real school.
It's a real school. Morehead is a real school. We knew the same people, and we never met until he bought the convention. And when he bought the convention, I was like, well, Jared will still hire me, because what's the first thing they do with major league teams, right? They let's clear it out. And you all have probably had it too. You work corporate jobs, new people come in, boop, gone, management's gone, right? And I thought, and this guy walks up to me, and I don't know if he remembers it. Do you remember it?
Yes.
You do? It was in the Hyatt, is where I recall, somewhere, and you walked up to me, and I can't remember, was it at Comic-Con after you bought it?
It was a Comic-Con.
It was at Comic-Con, and he walked up to me and he said, it was the American Horror Story panel, and this guy with glasses walks up who I knew had bought it, and I was like, well, I'm fired. That's it. This has been cool. Man, I'll never get 10 years of me crying in front of everybody in a video. And he walks up to me and said, I gotta tell you, he didn't call me Mr. Lewis, he called me Joe, I'm sure. And he said,
Jesus Christ, I've never called you Mr. Lewis.
well, he does call me the Gimp, and that's a whole other story.
Mr. Lewis is only followed by, please put your pants back
Please
on."
put your pants back on. He come up to me and he said, I watched you do the American Horror Story panel, and you may very well be the best I've ever seen do that. And it was so cool how you did that. And I loved him because, I am a very sad, selfish person. And we have been close. I'd like to think we're close ever since.
At least every Thursday.
Every Thursday. And he's been very sweet to me, and I've been very lucky, and I don't think I've told that story to a lot of people. That's exactly what happened, as I recall it. Do you remember it differently? I'm serious, do you remember it differently? I mean, you're going to make a joke, but that's okay.
I remember there being something sharp poking in my back.
That's called sporking.
Oh,
Sporking
oh.
is spooning with a little extra. Thank you. So I know everybody's we've got people who are rolling out to go see the Scout thing, and then that. Really, one last question before we go, unless you have something.
Well, all I was gonna say is,
Why don't you use the mic? Because I can usually be loud enough. No, I do want to say, listen, we started our podcast because of conventions. Because
That's true.
We started moderating, and people will say, "What's your podcast?" And we had to keep going.
The third year of Comic-Con, I had 400 people in front of me, and I swear to God, the first 2 years, it never occurred to me to say, oh, my name's Joe. I'm not joking. It never occurred to me because I was like, I'm there. And when people ask me about how to do this, I always say, you know what? I'm going to give you an answer you don't want to hear. I can tell you how to do it. I can't tell you how to get into it. And they'll say, what the hell does that mean? I was like, ask any actor, director, writer, whoever it is. I can tell you how it happened for me. It will never work that way for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I can tell you the number one thing you need to remember, and I hope you got it from that video, nobody came to see you. You're there for them. But no one wants to hear that answer,
Yeah.
for the most part.
Well, my point was, Bonehead doesn't exist without conventions. Support these conventions. If it's something you're near and dear to your heart, if it's horror, if it's science fiction, if it's fantasy, if it's whatever it is, find a convention for it. Go there, meet other people that do it. Support conventions like this, because that's what's going to keep all of this alive. That's my point.
Your question.
Really, the last question is, I'm trying to think of a way to put it. If you could do anything different, what would you do?
Besides not be on this panel.
Besides saying yes to Brandon, who clearly pulled a favor and pulled all of these. Last year it was Charlie Band and he was drunk. And we had a really good time.
Yep.
What was the question?
I said, if you could be any toy in a toy box.
Okay.
The question is, if you could do anything different, what would it be?
Oh, my joke answer is always like not do it, but
But clearly you have this, you're not. You're
yeah, I mean, look at me.
You bought the shirt.
I don't know. I don't think I would do it differently. I mean, it's been fun the way it is. Like, I mean, we've had some really good years and we've had some not so great years. But you know, working with Corey and my wife lets me do it. I don't know why she lets me do it, but she hates conventions. She hates people. So
I feel that, buddy.
yeah. But I don't know. I wouldn't do it different. Like, I mean, we're on a pretty good path. We're still young. I mean, like 5 years is not that long. So, I mean, you know, yeah. But Brendan said next year, 5 years, I would be successful. So I'm gonna take that. You know.
This is empty, but cheers.
My answer is going to be like a mindset thing. So, like Richard said, I think that we've done, you know, that we're going into year 5. So we've had 4 years of ups and downs and everything in between. It's been a lot of fun and a lot of stress. I guess the thing I would have done quicker is to realize what FrankenCon is and what we bring to it, right? Like we can't be Scarefest. We can't. There is a Scarefest, and it is Scarefest.
You could have the moderator.
Everybody shut their
I've got to stop making that joke. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Why don't y'all bring him with you? But just, you know, we're a con that caters to the kind of cultier side of horror.
Yeah.
And that's what I love, and, you know, somehow I've talked Richard into it. He loves it too. But, yeah, just realizing sooner what FrankenCon is and should be.
Yeah, okay.
I had all that time to think about what my answer was going to be, and I'm still kind of tuning in. I know you were trying to. I can tell. I was like, huh.
You're still trying to figure out who else you're going to murder.
I know. Well, I would do that earlier in the game. Is what I would do. That would get us more attention. You know, honestly, I don't know that we do anything different. I think that we've done things strange from the beginning because we didn't know what we were doing because we'd never been to a convention before. I think maybe. I always used to say, oh, we should have maybe checked one out before we just go, hey, we could do this. But I think that by not doing that, I think we kind of figured out our own way to do it and made our own kind of path about doing it, is what I always like to say. So I don't know that we could do a whole lot different. I think in my mind, I'd like to think we would, but I think that might count win so far. So far.
Awesome.
Minus the murder.
I would start off rich. That's what I would change. That's the number one thing.
With a really nice satellite dish.
Yeah, if I can change anything, it's that. No, honestly, we just love events, and I wouldn't change anything. We do so many different events, and we keep coming up with new events. We love making people smile. I don't like talking to people. I really hate talking to people. But I like doing a thing and seeing them over there really enjoying it, and that's so fucking cool to see somebody digging the thing that you did. You know, it's like we're at the Jacob Building, this really weird building. It's kind of cool though. It looks like an old bomb shelter. It's a terrible building for self-inflicted. Anyway, we were standing upstairs looking down on everything that was happening. It was just so cool. There's like everybody sitting in front of the stage. At the time, is probably, I don't know, maybe 1,000 people standing in front of the stage, and it was so cool because they were all so engaged. I don't know. I don't think that'd change anything. We kind of kicked ass from the beginning.
Well, I think, do you have something?
I would get medicated sooner. But otherwise, nothing. It's great.
I don't think, I'm sitting here thinking, would I go back and change anything? I think what you said about figuring out who you are and what you are, because you always think, oh, I've got to be as big as I can possibly be, but that's not right for everyone, So that in itself I thought was a really cool thing that you just said. And then I wouldn't change it. We've grown slowly and steady, and I think that that's been the very best thing for us, as we've grown together. So, and the coolest thing is when you look out into the audience and you see everybody having a really great time, you know that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing.
I'm just waiting for it.
No, actually I'm not. Every decision, good or bad, I wouldn't change it. Not one thing. Every decision, good or bad, how many countless nights that I've stayed up, no matter how much money you tug into something, I wouldn't change one thing. Because everything is led now to the people that I have around me, including Joe. And I'd like to say that I was busy like planning the convention and stuff, and I couldn't get on the video, but like, let's be honest, I just didn't want to do it.
I was kind of wondering why that asshole wasn't on it, but that's okay. I love you.
The true thing is, like, every bad thing or good thing here that's ever happened has always led ultimately down a good path, and it's led me to this. Joe, I wouldn't trade you for anything. Not one thing.
I love you.
And
he's waiting for him to say I love you back. What a son of a
No,
bitch. You're just like my goddamn mom! Is that too much for anybody?
I'll get his counselor on the phone.
I'll get his counselor on the phone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, but, okay. So, I've been in positions, and these guys probably have too, where, we've been like, oh shit, I should have done that, or oh my God, or like you lost something, or whatever, but everything is led to like, promoters don't usually get along. Like, no, it's usually Thunderdome. You have like different shows up here, like it gets scary.
Why?
I've lost jobs over you all.
But like,
Seriously.
But everything just kind of led to where I felt so like when I was talking to like when FrankenCon was going, and like I was telling you guys, I don't trust anybody.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everyone's got an angle.
Because I had to learn that the hard. Because I had to learn that the hard way, and like, it's just one of those things you have to learn by like trial by fire. Like I wouldn't take anything away, and I've had so many more good experiences than I have bad. But like everything makes the show what it is, and everything has led to the folks that we have here now, and they are an amazing group of people, and I would be dead in the water without them, and especially Joe. Yes, ever since the American Horror Story panel, but since then, like you were a moderator then, you're my friend now. I love you. There's nothing.
Oh, it's about time. Finally. And I'm giving you a hard time.
Short of taking a bullet, there's not much I wouldn't do for you. And like when I know that when I see you going to the panels, I know it's gonna be okay, and I know everybody's gonna have fun, and you care about what you do, and I could not ask for better.
No.
If you need it on your resume for these folks.
Well, they said they couldn't afford me. So, all right, I know several people have to get out of here. I want to thank you so much for coming in. I know, hopefully you had a good time. Hopefully this wasn't too much about me, because it shouldn't be about me. It is about you Thank you so much. Give it up for our guests. Go to their convention, whether they hire me or not. It's kind of a joke. Please go to their conventions. Thank you so much. We got some free stickers up here. Thank you all. I couldn't do it without you. Love you all.
Don't forget to edit this out, Joe, or it'll go out on the World Wide Web.
Uh-huh.